In the last video, we went through and looked at creating an application, and I've made some modifications to the application. Just to review, we've basically got a home system, and I've got infrastructure, platform, and software as a service as the options. And then under infrastructure, we did have it where it pulled down and either exposed or hid these different sections. So what I'm doing now is, rather than exposing or hiding the sections, we're actually going to jump to another page. So if I go into the edit page, we've still got the same sections. And if we look at the conditional display down at the bottom, I've got the conditional display turned off for the network, for the compute, and then for the storage as well. So they all three should display. And then in the breadcrumbs, I've gone in and modified the pull-down menu to do redirected page, and then modified the list of values to be these values where these are the pages that we're going to. If I go look at the different pages, I've created 3 new pages, and the pages are network, compute, and storage. So if I go look at the storage section, what I'd like to have is something very similar. So in the content, I'm going to create an overview. I'm also going to create a metered. And then create unmetered services. And then we'll create a required options. Optional components, and then an external list. So if we save this, we'll see all of these features in that page. So we go into the storage as a service, we see overview, metered, unmetered, required, optional, and component. What I'd really like to do is, in the breadcrumbs, we're going to go create a new option for a select list. And with this one, we're going to do a redirect and set value. And selection type will be static. And it'll be metered is going to return 1. And unmetered is going to return a 2. And then we'll go into the overview and do a conditional display. And the conditional display will be, if that value we just created is null, we'll show the overview. If the metered is 1, we'll display it. And if the unmetered is 2, we'll display it. So in our storage, we see the overview, required, optional, and list. We do metered, we see the metered and the optional drops out. We do the unmetered and the unmetered drops out. Now what we'd like to do is go in, and what we're trying to do is take a non-metered service with a questionnaire and the questionnaire is how many months and how much storage, and translate that into our page. So we go into the unmetered. We'd like to create a subregion. In the subregion, we have our questions. We have our cost. And then we have our bill of material quote. Now we're going to do the same thing in the metered section. So the idea is, if we run this, we go to the unmetered, we'll see the questions, the cost, and the quote. We go to the metered, we'll see the same thing, but the pricing is going to be different and the questions are different. So if we go into the unmetered questions, what we'd like to do is to add a number field into that section. So we want to make sure we're in the unmetered questions, and we have to make sure this is unique. And then we're just going to copy and paste the question. And then at the end of the question, we're going to append months, so we know that it's in months. We'll get a second number field. And this is going to be in terabytes, and this will be unmetered storage capacity. And again, we're going to just steal from the spreadsheet. So now when we go into the unmetered service, we actually have two questions. And we can type numbers into this. But we can't do anything with it quite yet. And the reason we can't do anything with it yet is we need to go in and add something to the cost section. And in the cost section, we want to add a button. So we'll drop a button into that section. And what this button is going to do is it's going to submit, and in the cost section we will, rather than have static content, we will have an interactive report. And then we're going to use a select statement, and the select statement is going to be a little bit complex. And then in the quote section, we're going to have something very similar. Where we do an interactive report, and then the select statement that we're expecting. We do a save here, and what it does is we tell it we want 12 months, we want 30 terabytes, we say update the cost, and it's going to go in and pull out the storage is $30 per terabyte per month from the description. We're going to have $900 for the monthly cost, which is what we'd expect, and then $10,800. And then this would be what would be entered into the store to purchase the product. So we've effectively created a calculator. So we want to see what 100 terabytes looks like. We say update the cost. And we've got a simple calculator to do this simple service and give us the basic cost of an unmetered storage service in the Oracle Cloud.